Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. And the video didn't even start yet, y'all. The video's ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. I wanted to cover this story when it first happened. But you know, for everybody that know me, and is an avid watcher of my channel, y'all know I like to wait until all the information, or at least a lot more information, comes out. So a little by little, the days going on, and more information has been coming out, which is good. The guy, whatever his name is, I don't even care to figure out who his name is. He's right here below. I think his name is Don Lemon. He's on CNN. This guy right here towards the bottom, if you guys can see, is the person that unfortunately almost took the life of Mr. Ralph Yarl, Yarl. I believe I'm pronouncing his last name wrong. I'm sorry. Who was a 16-year-old teenager, right? Who was supposed to pick up his siblings. Unfortunately, he went to the wrong house on the wrong street. From what the from what the article was saying, from the police report, this teenage boy, young man, I should call him, I'm sorry. This teenage young man mixed up street and terrace, which happens often. Everybody mixes up streets with the courts and the place and the terrace and the avenues and the whatever. It happens, especially when you're in residentials where it's streets on streets on streets. One street is named First Street. One street is named First Avenue. One street is named First Terrace. One street is named First Place, First Court. And then it goes on and on like that. It happens. So this guy, the one that you see towards the bottom, takes a gun and unloads it on this teenage young man. Walks over him and puts one in his head. For what? For good measure? I have no idea. So the 16-year-old young man was transported to the hospital, surprisingly, thanking God, bro, like he survives and is able to, to communicate with people and tell everybody what's been going on and what happened. I mean, the fact that all this is happening, especially with, like, I was reading the report and it was saying, like, yo, listen, if he would have hit, because he got shot in the head, if he would have been hit 1/10 of an inch more, he would have been probably either dead or possibly a vegetable. That's nothing but God, man. I don't know what else to say about that. But anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to ramble on that long. But anyway, the grandson. The reason why I'm doing this video, y'all, because the grandson of the person that unloaded the damn shots on this 16-year-old young man has some words for his grandfather. So let's listen to this, y'all. My bad. I didn't even mean to. It's been like 2-3 minutes. I didn't even know I was monologuing that long. Y'all know how I do.
You heard that your grandfather shot Ralph Yarl for ringing his doorbell.
I was disgusted. I thought it was terrible. Myself and my family stand with Ralph Yarl and seeking justice. This is a horrible tragedy. It never should have happened.
Folks are going to want to know, why are you speaking out and apparently against your grandfather?
It's the right thing to do. This country happens over and over again where people get away with killing unarmed, innocent black people, and I would have had the same energy for any other case like I've had over and over again in this country, like I said. But so it's the right thing to do. People need to speak out and not make any excuses for this kind of behavior and this violence.
So you said for killing innocent black people. The prosecutor in this case has suggested that there was a racial component to it. Do you believe your grandfather is racist?
I believe he holds racist tendencies and beliefs.
Why do you say that?
He's just a stock American Christian male. It's older, that's just how they are. It's the conspiracies and weird random racist things that they say, and it doesn't make sense, but they're just scared.
Now, look,
but before he started asking another question, I wanted to stop earlier, but he kept going, so it is what it is. His grandson looks to be mixed. I mean, I could be wrong, but his grandson looks to be a little mixed. He might have something in him. I'm not too sure. But real quick, y'all, real quick. It takes a lot to come out to speak against your family members when a situation like this happens. So I commend him. I respect him for doing, because he didn't have to. He didn't have to do this or say any of these things. He didn't have to. Excuse me. So the fact that he was able to come out here and speak on it, it speaks volumes. And I respect him. What did he start off by saying? He said, "Yo, listen, we stand by Ralph Yarl's family. We stand by them. We do not stand by what his grandfather did." And I respect that, and I commend him for that. So thank you for that, sir. First of all, first and foremost. He started touching on a few of the things that's been going on as far as like the racism that's been going on. Y'all know we already know about what's going on here, man. But I wanted to say this really quick because he said something and I read it in the article too, because y'all know I like to do backstories and stuff like that. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description to I believe it was New York Times. I have it saved. I start bookmarking. I start bookmarking all my things now, man, because I keep losing articles after I read them. So if I remember, I'll put it in the description. If not, please comment and let me know that I did not put it in there. That's no problem. In the article in I believe New York Times, if I'm not mistaken, it was basically saying that of course a boy came, knocked on the door, did all this, that, and third, whatever, right? The man comes out and just starts firing. He said he believes his grandfather has racist tendencies. It was already proven in the police report that this motive was a racial one. I can almost guarantee y'all, I'm not even a betting person. I am willing to bet a huge amount of money that if a little white girl came knocking at his door, same way he did, I guarantee you it would not have went the same way. I guarantee you. And I hate to say induce, to bring it, that far, but it's the damn truth. It's the truth. Where I live currently, it's predominantly Caucasian, right? It's nothing special. It's a regular middle. I would honestly say it's a middle high class. It's not a high class area. I would say a middle, if not a middle high class area that I live in, right? It's happened often. I would say at least 4 times, and I've lived there, I want to say 3-4 years now. It's happened maybe 4 or 5 times that I've had people knock on my door, and it's the wrong door because I live in a complex. The complex looks exactly like how all the other buildings is, and if you're not paying attention, you can miss the building numbers on the side of the walls. So I've had this happen multiple times. Majority of them being, either Caucasian or Hispanic. And I open the door and they'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was such and such." I'm like, "No problem. This is building such and such. You're looking for this building? Okay, well, it's over here to the left, blah, blah, blah." And I'll direct them. And I close the door. Just that simple. Never have I ever thought to myself to grab some type of weapon when people knock on my door or whatever the case may be. And I understand, he's living in a different time or whatever. He's probably paranoid. It is what it is. But the reason why I'm saying all that is to say this. If you have something like that, and let's just say the old guy's been living in that same house for like 30 years. If you've come across people that have knocked on your door multiple times at the wrong address for whatever reason, and you see them and they're Caucasian or whatever the case may be, and you never thought to grab a pistol or to grab a weapon, you should not be having those types of thoughts or mindsets or tendencies, like his grandfather, like the grandson said. Those thoughts, mindsets, tendencies, whatever, you should not have that when you have a young black teenage young man come and do the same exact thing as the other people has been doing for the last 30 damn years. You shouldn't. It shouldn't be that way. So yes, I agree with what the young man saying here in this video. I agree with what the police report said, and I also agree with what the article was saying, that it's being a racial it was a racial response. Because all this older gentleman had to do, open the door. "Yo, what's up, man? You good?" "Oh, I'm looking for 153rd Terrace." "No, sir, this is 153rd Street. It's over there on the other side." "Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry." That's it. Just that simple.
Listen, you're generalizing a lot here about, you said older Christian white males, but what do you mean by that? What do you mean they're scared? Talk to me more, please.
You know what he meant, Don. Stop it.
Yeah, it's just I feel like a lot of people of that generation are caught up in this 24-hour news cycle of fear and paranoia perpetuated by some other news stations. And he was fully into that, sit and watch Fox News all day, every day, blaring in his living room. And I think that stuff really kind of reinforces this negative view of minority groups and leads people to be a little, doesn't necessarily lead people to be racist, but it reinforces and galvanizes racist people and their beliefs.
Has he always been this way, or is this something new?
I feel like he's been pretty conservative for a long time, which is fine. But feel like in the last 5 or 6 years, it's really ramped up. He was a huge Trump supporter, and between that and then the galvanizing that people have been feeling lately with politicians and ideologues co-signing, violence and domestic violence, domestic terrorism, and even pardoning people who murder other people for differing political beliefs. I feel like all that stuff has really ramped up his beliefs and radicalized him a little bit.
The point of the matter is, this shouldn't have happened. We've heard stories like this happening multiple times where another what I can't remember the name. There was a young black boy, I believe he was in middle school, who missed his school bus. I think I may have did a story on this. I can't remember. But anyway, the little black boy missed his school bus, right? And so he's walking, trying to get to school. He gets lost, starts knocking on random people's door, and then a Caucasian couple opens the door and starts shooting at him. He runs off. He does whatever. They ended up arresting the couple. What I can't remember where or what the name was. If I remember, I'll try to see if I can find that link also too. But stuff like this happens too often, and I keep thinking to myself over and over and over again: had this have been a little white girl or a little white boy, would you have been doing the same thing? I can almost guarantee you the answer would have been no. And it's just like he said, and again, I really don't really care to talk too much, get too much into details about it, because that's a whole huge rabbit hole. We'll be there all day. What was I about to say? But yeah, so he was touching on it a little bit earlier, talking about how they push certain narratives, certain types of ideologies about damn black people, and makes them scared. It makes them feel like that this, that, or third is going on, when it doesn't really happen that often or like that. He referenced the Fox News and all this, whatever. I don't care to get into all that. The point of the matter is this, y'all. A little boy almost had his life stolen from him for nonsense, for no damn reason. And I am glad that this young man survived. Ralph Yarl, I'm so happy that you survived. Very, very happy. I wish you a speedy recovery. You know what I mean? And the guy has been charged. He is arrested. That's why I saw him in court. I believe I believe they were showing a video of it a little bit here. Let me see if I can try and find it real quick before I get up. But yeah, this is it here. Yeah, man. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that such a situation like this happens, but you have to make an example out of these types of people. You have to, because these types of things are going to keep happening to our young little black kids and black boys and black girls. It's going to continue to happen. People are going to feel like they're able to do something because they stepped on their grass, or because they knocked on a door because it's the wrong damn door, or whatever stupid ass reason that they are looking for to already try to take our lives from us. So I'm happy that they did this, and I hope that, he's already damn near 90. He doesn't have that much life left in him anyway. But I hope he spends the rest of his days behind bars. I really do. I really damn do. And now here he is acting like he can't damn walk, but your ass is quick enough to walk to pick that damn gun up. Nonsense, man. So anyway, yeah, I'm thankful for Ralph for pulling through. Thankful for Ralph. Shout out to you, young brother. I want y'all to comment down below and let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Please, man, you be safe for her, cuz.